Come on in my room. Hey. I don't know what the hell going on, y'all. It must be these Clark Kent glasses I got on, but I hit my note extra good tonight. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the second day of me using this studio, guys. Trying to still figure out what's going on, still tinkering around. So I asked you, just be patient with me. I have made some upgrades since yesterday. I went down to Best Buy, honey, and got me an old nasty piece of mouse because I realized me trying to play around on this little piece of laptop, that's not what I'm used to. So we should see some more streamless transitions between the stories today because I've got a mouse. Additionally, today I've spoken with some people and I figured out exactly who it is I need to hire and exactly what it is I need to pay to have people coming in here, running the board, running the transitions, running the assets. So I'm hoping not next week, but about a week after that, we'll had a full-fledged production crew in this bad boy, and we're going to have it all going on. But I would like to say, y'all tell me put my glasses back on. I would like to say that I love the fact that all of you guys have been responding so positively to the studio. In addition to the studio, you're also witnessing a personal rebrand into what? I don't know. Like y'all did something to me yesterday when y'all started throwing out the name Don Lemon and CNN and MSNBC and all of that. I want to tell y'all the one thing that I'm mad about when it comes to all of this. The one thing that I'm most upset about is now I got to put on clothes for real. Now, don't get it twisted. A bitch got some pieces. A bitch got some pieces. Y'all know I just don't like to have y'all in my business. But now y'all finna get a little taste of what all I got in my closet. And I know y'all hate when I say this, but I'm rich. Okay? And a bitch got some rich pieces. Oh, and it ain't nothing for me to go out and buy some more shirts because I ain't got to buy the bottoms and the shoes as of now because this the only camera shot that we got that works. Wait until we get to the full body mode that I have to buy some more clothes. But guys, thank you guys so much for all the love and the encouragement. And I just have one question for y'all right now. The one question that I want to know is, did y'all hoes just get off work? Because there seems to be a lot of anger going around on social media because I gave somebody the business when it came to talking about me. And, you know, essentially some of y'all feel like y'all caught strays when I wasn't even talking to y'all. Listen, everybody who follows me knows the y'all hoes at work thing is a comedy sketch, right? Everybody that follows me also knows that a large part of the reason why I lean into that comedy skit is because I really am talking to my old self. I always tell you guys how when I was an accountant, I hated everything about it. I hated everything about going to work. I hated everything about 9-to-5 culture. And to be honest with you, I pride myself on the fact that I don't have to do the shit. I think it's dumb. I think it's stupid. I think it's beneath me. And any other negative thing you can think about going to work, that is what I feel. But that's a personal feeling. Some of y'all do way too much in letting my jokes affect y'all. I was talking to a specific person, and I'm sorry that some of y'all caught strays. But listen, when I ask the question, is y'all hoes at work? Now better be a perfect time to be at work because according to what's going on, baby, if you got a little piece of job, you better hold on to it. And here is why. For the first time since 2021, there are more employed people than there are jobs available. So when I say y'all hoes at work, you better raise your hand real high and say me, bitch. Okay? And messing around with me, don't let me upset your makeup and disturb your tears and alter your self-esteem. You better hold on to your little piece of job if you got one, because the people say there is more people unemployed than at work. So when I say, is y'all hoes at work, your response needs to be gladly. All right, guys. So for the first time since 2021, there are now more unemployed Americans than there are open jobs, according to the government data released on Wednesday. Let me stop right here. Whoever's responsible for putting out this statistic, please trust and believe you are not going to have a job by next week, Monday. I am pretty sure by tomorrow, we will be seeing articles or a press conference that says Donald Trump fired the labor board person for putting out these numbers. The Bureau of Labor Statistics' latest JOLTS report showed that in July, the ratio of job openings to unemployed workers fell by 0.99, meaning fewer jobs than seekers. The lowest level since April 21, when the ratio was 0.96, Yahoo reports. Unemployed workers are staying out of work longer, even as layoffs remain low. Indeed, economist Allison Shrivastava told Yahoo Finance that this suggestion suggests the shift is less about people losing jobs and more about fewer job openings. So with that being said, honey, when I say y'all hoes at work, please, you got bigger fish to fry, bitch. You better hold on to your damn job and stop worrying about what the hell little old me saying. Because, baby, they saying there's more people out there without jobs than there are jobs available. So the next time you hear a bitch talk about y'all saying, is y'all hoes at work, you better respond gladly. Okay? I just wanted to get that story out at the top of the doggone show, because they say, baby, TikTok is over there in a frenzy with the working unattractive big bite girls that's trying to start a whole campaign of why people should not follow Funky Dineva. Let me explain something to y'all. Y'all been trying to do y'all started with the he hate black women thing. You went on over to this. You went on over to Tamar. Now you're over here to he don't like 9 to 5 people. When is y'all gonna learn? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. And it won't work because deep down inside, the Lord knows my heart. I am a really good and generous person who does well for everybody within earshot of my voice. So keep being bitter, keep on trying, and just remember, the only reason you losing, or the only reason I'm winning rather, is because you keep losing. And going down to your car on your lunch break to make TikToks videos of me, that's called losing. I'm only winning because you keep losing. Nevertheless, let's get into what I want to get into at the top of the show. So, guys, my aunt was originally supposed to move into her new apartment that we got for her yesterday, on the 3rd. I ended up canceling that apartment, and we made the executive decision to send her to assisted living. We found a great assisted living. And I'm going to tell you guys something. In touring the place, I toured it on FaceTime. My cousin happened to be there. But in touring the place, Black people, I find it prudent, and I recognize in talking about this that a lot of people don't understand the difference between an assisted living home and a nursing home. And oftentimes in the Black community, when we talk about we ain't finna put mama in a home or we ain't finna put daddy in a home, more times than not, that is coming from trauma due to people putting their relatives in low-level or poorly managed nursing homes. Assisted living, for those who are not aware, is an apartment. It is an apartment community that happens to have medical staff on board. And depending on what level of care your loved one may need, you know what I'm saying? They may pop in every now and again and just make sure they take their medicine or help them tie their shoes or help them wash their clothes and clean, to actually very hands off. It really just depends on what level of care. Either way, we found my aunt this great assisted living home. We started the paperwork and everything. And they asked me yesterday, they said, tell us about this wound that she has on her ankle, because everybody knows my aunt's diabetic. And when I got the medical report from the current rehabilitation place, they were like, she has a wound on her foot, but it's a closed wound, nothing really to be concerned. I shared that with the assisted living people during our interview yesterday. And today, my cousin called me and said the guy from the assisted living went over to the rehab to interview my aunt. And they looked at the wound, and the wound may potentially disqualify her from being able to go over to the assisted living facility. They called it a stage 1 something or another wound. And a nurse is going to come visit with her tomorrow to take a better look at it. So I'm asking that y'all pray for me and put some prayers up in the air. We need her to be accepted into this assisted living home, because we only have until the 10th where she currently is at the rehab place. And I have thought as of yesterday that everything was going to be put to bed because we could pay the money and put her in the assisted living home. So somebody saying pressure ulcer. I'm not medical fish. My degree is in economics, but they said it was a stage 1. Maybe that's what they said. Stage 1, something or another. So hopefully that somebody said no What somebody said right quick, they say no, she needs more wound care and to stay at the rehab. Okay, well, hopefully when we talk to the nurse tomorrow, they will tell us. And thank you so much, Vicky Bumpers, for your prayers. We got a super chat right here really quickly before we get all deep down into the show. Thank you so much for the $50. And it says the same thing you hated about going to work, we hate too. They just mad because you don't have to. So proud of you, Funky. Thank you so much, JDEC. Q, I am filing my EEOC. Got my wide back ass stress, my EEO. I know that's right. And last but not least, it's Beyonce's birthday and mine's too. Rochelle, because you share a birthday with Beyonce, that make your ass special enough. And I ain't got to waste my time trying to say nothing creative. Beyonce is enough birthday queen for the both of y'all. Bah. All right, let's get back into the show, guys. So with heavy hearts, we've got 2 death announcements to make this afternoon, or this evening rather. The first one is a legendary fashion Italian designer, Giorgio Armani, passed away at the age of 91 years old. So according to NBC News, his company shared the news and said, with infinite sorrow, the Armani Group announced the passing of its creator and founder and tireless driving force, Giorgio Armani. The company continued to share that he passed away surrounded by his loved ones. Tireless, he worked until his final days, dedicating himself to the company and its collections and the diverse and ever-evolving projects, both existing and in the progress. Giorgio Armani, listen, you know, oh man, I wasn't even showing y'all the picture. Mr. Giorgio Armani, this definitely is a sad day for the fashion world. Shouts out to all the girls out there who ever got an opportunity to wear a piece of Giorgio Armani. Now, listen, I'm not talking about Armani Exchange, okay? We're not talking about the Armani Exchange girls. Y'all move out of the way. Move out of the way. I'm just trying to see how rich y'all is in the chat. If you ever wore and or own a real piece of Armani, please put me in the chat. We're not talking about the Armani Exchange girls, not y'all. That ain't nothing but Zara with a screen print on it. That ain't nothing but Zara with a screen print on it. We are not accepting any Armani Exchange girls. We're talking about the girls that wore the real Armani. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. Of all the luxury and designer brands that I've worn, I have actually never worn or owned a piece of Armani before. Much like the Zara girls, I have definitely worn my Armani Exchange, but I ain't never had no Armani. Somebody said, yes, I had some passed down from my mama. Yes, me, got it out my mama's closet. It's vintage. Perfume, men's Armani shirts and polos, not me, girl. Yeah, Armani is one of those brands that, you know, it's that real Italian. Now, somebody said, does the cologne qualify? The cologne and the etat de toilette and the parfum, that don't count, girl. Anybody can scrounge up a little $225 to get an et de deux toilette or whatever the fuck I'm trying to say in French. Et de parfum. Anybody got that? Hold on, I'm supposed to be educated because I got my glasses. Don Lemon would know how to say it correctly. Somebody email me and educate me on how to say Etoile de toilette. Parfum. Okay, got me feeling like I'm at the intro of Funny How Time Flies by Janet Jackson. And if I do tweet, and then chante en tour, et à des toilettes. Funny how time flies when we're having fun. Now, let me tell y'all something. I'm already a sexy rich bitch. Heavy on the rich because it make the hoes mad when I say it. So now I'm finna say it every moment I get. If y'all let me mess around and become trilingual, because y'all know I already speak Spanish. Okay, honey, a mí no 24 say Saint they those, bitch. They taught me that in elementary school. It got something to do with the date. Okay, I already speak Spanish. Oh, bitch, if y'all let me mess around and get a little bit of French in this bad boy, y'all ain't gonna be able to take me. Y'all ain't gonna be able to take me. I'm drinking a stiff Bacardi Limon mixed with Malibu, mixed with Publix lemonade. And for the girls that don't like when I be on drugs at my job, I took a small piece of the Mika's Treat brownie. And what I am hoping is that it won't make me high until the end of the show. I am not currently high, but the high police and the fun police, I'm pretty sure y'all will be monitoring me throughout the show. and let's just test it. I literally took it right before the show started. So this is actually a great way for y'all to see just how long it takes for a Mika's Treat brownie to kick in. I took about a quarter size amount. So when I get to acting silly, y'all just put in the chat, funky don't got high. Nevertheless, honey, we finna move right along. I don't even need to put no motion on the floor for us to move any funds for Giorgio Armani Fune, because it goes without saying he got plenty money, bitch. Okay, he got plenty money. He got plenty money, so we're gonna save that for some of our other fumes. Moving right along, we got one more film to report, and y'all started up with this one last night, but me trying to be Don Lemon and Simone Sanders, them my friends, they taught me how to be a responsible journalist with an economics background, that I can't just be up here reporting people dead without the facts. So I had to wait the next day. Rolling Ray dead. Now, see, we are at a very critical point in my evolution as a living room journalist, right? Because there is the educated, mature, responsible part of me that says I am supposed to handle this very classy base, and that I am just supposed to give the facts, the bullet points, and then move on. But we ain't finna sit up here and act like this girl featured me, okay? Ray didn't feature me, and I didn't see it for her, okay? So with that being said, I can still be mature enough to sit here and say, in the grand scheme of life, I never ever truly had an issue with Roland Ray. I thought that he was funny. I thought that he was groundbreaking. I thought that everything he brought to the internet space was of value, especially being someone who's handicapped, whose society we tend to overlook, and they tend to be invisible. And Rolling Ray broke a lot of barriers by showing people that despite my disability, I could still be an equal contributor to the world of pop culture. I can be on TV shows. I can be a social media phenomenon. I can be on reality TV shows. The catchphrases that Rolling Ray introduced to the game will be around forever. When we look back 100 years from now and we start to look at social media stars from this era, Rolling Ray's name will definitely be on that roster. So Rolling Ray, unfortunately, you and I never got an opportunity to meet in real life. And I'm pretty sure that if we did, we would have had a lot of fun firing up on each other, firing up on other people. And I hate that we never got an opportunity to meet. Unfortunately, we don't know right now how he passed, and it's not really important. But Ray, you will be missed. You were funny. You are a talent like none other. And our thoughts and prayers go out to your family, friends, and loved ones during their time of bereavement. I am most definitely praying for your family's comfort during this time, and most importantly, your mother. Ray, you were loved by many, and you definitely will be missed. Moving right along, but she can't have none of our funeral money though. That's just had girl. Okay, honey. You didn't like me in the living. I ain't finna like you in the dead, bitch. Now, y'all knew I couldn't just be professional the whole way. Honey, we ain't moving none of this funeral money. Funeral committee, usher board, I want to add this to the legislation of the management of the funeral funds. If any bitch had a prior beef with Funky Dineva Ross before they expired, they automatically are disqualified from any of our funeral funds. The only thing that I am available to offer is thoughts and prayers. And if you email me, depending on what city you in, I can give you some recommendations for some good funeral homes, starting with Miami. You need some advice? Don't go to Potier. They don't do good bodies. That's all I got for people who don't like me. They'll be over there on TikTok writing more think pieces tomorrow about that. Lord, honey, I'm gonna be a whole college course before the goddamn year over with. As many dissertations as folks don't wrote. They need to put me on the damn doctoral approval committee or whatever the case may be. They don't go down to Chicana. They say Chicana, hi. Chicana don't call my phone after this show. I'm just joking. But they said Chicana do $20,000 funerals, honey. Chicana, I already did a story the other day defending you. So do not call my phone when I get off this show. With them high-ass funerals, before I lay your ass to rest down there. Call Phaedra. Call Phaedra. Call Phaedra and see what she could do. Child, quiet as... When the last time y'all seen... I'm starting to get high. When the last time y'all seen Phaedra do a film? I don't think she worked down there no more. Quiet as it's kept. Moving right along, let's see. Guys, I found something. Oh, we're going to have a long show tonight. I found something valuable that I think is worth sharing with you guys. This is just a little history moment, but I think you guys should check it out and listen to what this young lady had to say in reference to the difference between Chinese and American oppression. Lord, I don't got up and walked around. I don't got up and went to the bathroom and walked around. Shouts out to Mims who just texted me and said there was no sound. Let me run this back for y'all. I apologize. Again, this is what it looks like when we testing out the new stuff down to the studio. Here we go. It still ain't got no sound. Y'all still can't hear the story? Hold on. Y'all got to listen. This is I'm so embarrassed. We're gonna try this one more time. Can y'all hear it now? Because the word freedom depends on what's really oppressive. Every country defines freedom differently. It's based on their history of oppression. I'm Leia, intercultural analyst in China. Let me explain the difference. In the US, freedom means being free from the government because America was born out of rebellion against the British governments. The trauma is too much control. So freedom became very personal. Speak what you want, own what you want, be whoever you want, even if society feels very chaotic.
But in China, it's totally the opposite. Freedom means being free from chaos. China's pain didn't come from government oppression. It came from no government at all. It came from 100 years of instability, warlords, civil wars, colonization, starvation. That's Chinese people's most sorrowful memory. Can you imagine that? My grandparents, in their generation, people were even starved to.
Okay, we just gonna move on. This is something, again, I'm glad that it happened. This is something that I'm gonna have to test out, post the show to figure out. They say you have sound, but it's too low. I will figure it out and have it ready for the next show. Thank you guys for being my crash test dummies. Moving right along. Let me find a funny story now that I don't mess that up. Shit, that mean I can't do none of the ones that got sound. I can go right here though to this one. This is going to be a pretty interesting story that's going to rile up some of y'all people. So y'all know this latest shooting that happened in Minneapolis at the church was done by somebody who identifies as trans. Well, the Trump administration, as a result of that shooting, is now contemplating taking gun rights away for transgender individuals. The talks described as preliminarily appear to build on a concept that has gained traction in conservative circles since the tragic shooting at Annunciation Catholic Church, which left 2 children dead and 21 others injured, most of whom were children authorities have linked to the attack of the 23-year-old transgender woman. Such a move would mark a significant escalation in Trump's administration battle against the rights for transgender Americans. So here's the thing, guys. This is another one of those optic things I believe that Donald Trump is doing to try to rile up his base and just get people angry at trans people. I honestly don't think that this is going to go anywhere, and here is why. If you are going to take 1 trans shooting, 2 trans shootings, and be like, gun rights don't deserve to be given to trans people, then what the hell are you going to do for white men? If that's the logic, and there is not a court in America that is going to let that fly. And then when they start, when Harvard, and everybody start writing the think pieces on, well, if we're taking guns away from trans people, then we must take them away from white men following that logic, this whole situation gonna go away. And then too, I'm not trying to be rude or disrespect her. If we strip this down to its bare bones and we do away with her transness that made her what? A white man. Ouch. Ouch. If we strip away her transness, that makes her a white man. But black people, trans people, LGBTQ community, please stand down, because this is never going to fly. This is a story that actually brings me to chorus, because I never understood how this could fly in the first place. But the one thing Texas is doing right, which our raggedy ass, is Texas is empowering homeowners to evict squatters instantly. No more lengthy court battles as property owners gain the right to remove squatters without judges and hearings. Imagine coming home and finding strangers living in your house and the law forcing you to fight for months in court to get it back. Well, Texas just flipped the script. Starting September 1st, owners can finally take their homes back without a long battle. The new law lets property owners skip the courtroom and have law enforcement handle it directly. Homeowners can call the sheriff and have the squatters removed on spot. No judges, no waiting months, just action. Do y'all think every state needs this law? Absolutely it does. Absolutely it does. Absolutely it does. And let me tell y'all who this really finna mess up. This finna really mess up all the homeboys that's black like this and not like this, who be freeloading at their girl house, who be freeloading at they I'm gonna tell y'all a story real quick. And this is a real life story. Shortly after I went to jail behind Tony ass and got my car impounded messing around with Tony, we called it quits, right? I can't remember. We just called it quits. And he was living with me at the time. And I told him he needed to leave. And do y'all know that son of a bitch had the nerve to turn around and tell me that he didn't have to go anywhere, and by law he could be there, and that I would have to file an eviction to get him out? And I looked back and I was like, you can't be serious. And that mother effer told me, oh, you're going to give me time to find some place to go. He was like, if you want me out before I'm ready to go, you're going to have to evict me. He sure did. And bitch, I had to sit right there and let his ass, oh, do you know what it's like coming home and somebody in your shit that won't leave? Luckily, from the moment I said that to him to the moment he left, it was about 2 weeks. But could you imagine somebody saying that to you and it's absolutely nothing you can do about it? Especially if you're not like the physical, I'm finna beat you up type, which at that time I wasn't. That thing hurt me to my feelings, but it's good to know now, bitch, I could call the police. I'm just curious to know what will the domestic implications of all of this be, right? Like, let's just say hypothetically, your boyfriend or girlfriend lives with you, but they are not on the lease and you want them to leave. Can you say she don't live here, she's squatting, he's squatting, they gotta go? I'm just curious to know how all of that is going to play out as this thing plays out. But I definitely think all states should adopt this. Please drop down in the chat and put me in the chat if you had ever been impacted like this by squatters. Ashley Kohler said her ex did the same thing to her. The chef said, I bet he would have left my shit. I'm in fear for my life. People fake leases all the time. You are telling the truth. Just renew. Yes. Not me, girl. Somebody said I would have turned Tony every which way but loose. That bitch did me like that, y'all. Me, it's a lot of y'all saying, oh, I'm going to tell you something. That's got to be one of the most disrespectful things. Let me back up here. We are not going to pretend like purchasing a home is not a big deal. I don't care what community you're in, right? And then when you master the game of credit and finances and real estate and inheritance and taxes, and you are blessed to start diddling and dabbling in rental properties, that is a whole nother level of, bitch, I'm somebody. I don't arrive like, yeah, I'm a good person. Don't do me like that. Can you imagine building, I mean, some of y'all can, building yourself up to the point where you got one piece of rental property, a couple pieces of rental property, and somebody got the nerve to not pay you and tell you they're not getting out your shit? That's how people get shot. Oh my God. It ain't nothing more low life did. I'm starting to get high because I'm giggling at my own self. I gotta hurry up and get this lady on before I mess up her segment. She done paid her money. Hold on. It ain't nothing more low down and low life did than a bitch in your shit supposed to pay you rent, not paying you rent, not answering the phone, and then get to talking to you crazy when you go bam on they dough, but they dough is really your dough. That is how people get shot. Somebody put in the chat, don't forget to mention, don't allow people to use your address for nothing. That's another way that they can establish residency. Good God Almighty. That is some low down, low lifted ass shit. And yes, I put low lifted. Okay, that's different than low life. Low lifted, bitch. That's 10 notches up under low. That is some low lifted ass shit. You know I'm from Miami. Everything got an extra ed at the end. That is some low. Ooh, bitch, I'm ready to fight now. You gonna carry your ass to somebody's house, not pay them the least you could do. Because I know. Okay, let us do this before I bring this lady on. Everybody in the chat who backed up on their rent, about to get evicted, or for whatever reason ain't paying next month's rent, a bitch could kiss their ass when it come to their rent. Please put me in the chat because I got something to say to y'all. And it's a good thing to say to y'all. If you behind on your rent, you don't plan on paying, you wish they would come bam on your door, please put me in the chat. Okay, MK Sweet said me. Stevie Ray said me. It's a couple of people saying me. And I'm going to take my glasses off of this. In all seriousness, please just leave them people's house. Do those people a favor. And I'm telling you, they would honestly appreciate this. If you call or text them politely and just be like, look, comma, I'm going to be out your shit by next Friday. Look, comma, I'm going to be out your shit by next Friday. And then on y'all way out, we don't even mind if you leave behind the things that you don't want. Please don't tear them people stuff up. Y'all be in there not paying them people rent. Y'all be in there talking to them people crazy when they try to come work with you about their rent. Then when y'all finally leave after squatting, y'all tear them people shit up. Why do y'all do that? Like them people did something wrong to y'all. Y'all didn't pay them people rent, but then you got the nerve to tear out they sink and tear everything on your way out. And why is y'all get mad when the people come knock on the door asking about their rent money? Like, I just don't understand it. But for all of y'all that's not, and somebody said, clip this, please, I'm going to clip it. For all of y'all, I'm telling y'all on behalf of all my landlords in the chat, if I'm right about what I'm saying, please put right in the chat. Them people just want to know when you going to be out and don't tear up their stuff. Lead a dresser. Lead a dresser. Lead a dresser. We'll move the dresser out. We'll move it out. Just don't tear up the people place. We'll clean it. Leave the old clothes. Leave the food in the refrigerator. Just take what you want. Take what you leave the baby crib set. Leave it. Just don't tear up our place. We just want to know when you gonna be out. You already owe me 93 days worth of rent. Yes, I can give you 13 more days. You gonna be out on the 27th? Good. And don't tear up our stuff. Matter of fact, you don't put me through so much duress and distress. I got a $500 Visa gift card to help you transition into your new place if you could be out by the 13th. Because I'm going to tell you something, landlords, and I just thought about something. I know it's counterintuitive for us to give the people money, but here is what I think we should start doing to ensure people don't tear our shit up. If you got like some ghetto broad in your place and they're not paying rent, how about we just offer them back their security deposit to leave? Like, say, listen, this is not working out between me and you. I'm just going to count my losses. And as a matter of fact, as incentive for you to go ahead and leave peacefully and to not tear my place up, if you clean the place and leave, I will actually not even worry about the rent and give you your security deposit so you can find somebody else to burden with your headaches. It's definitely worth it. I would much rather give somebody back they $1,500 or they $1,800 than for me to have to do thousands of dollars worth of repairs in addition to the several months of rent that I did not collect. Y'all, I'm telling you, oh, they say it's called cash for keys. Well, yes, honey, get them hoes. Cash for keys, bitch. Tearing up them people's stuff. Tearing it up. Tearing up them people's stuff. And if anybody tearing up y'all damn place and y'all need some extra money in order to tear up y'all rental properties, then our next guest, Sarah Gaskin, is for y'all. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Sarah Gaskin is going to teach y'all how to make some extra money for the holidays, for these rental properties by playing around in the trucking and logistics game. All of y'all, my girlies out there, y'all looking for some legit shit to do, y'all want to holler at my next guest Take me off of mute. Sarah, what's going on? Sarah Gaskins, what's going on?
Funky and the Funky Bunch.
It is so good to see you, my love. So, Sarah, tell the people a little bit about yourself and why you were on our line.
Okay, y'all. So I'm on y'all line. My name is Sarah Gaskin. I'm the CEO and founder of Gaskins Logistics. I am a transportation and logistics consulting company and research. I do research. So I offer two services that I do in my company. Service A is like a one-on-one. So if you're in the logistics industry, you want to get in the logistics industry and you don't know where to start, or you want me to research something for you, I do that. Or if you already have a business, I give you good ideas. We strategize. We plan. I do research. I get on the phones for all the places that y'all, want to know and you don't want to do it. I do that for you. And my other service is a CDL inquiry. So if you want to get your CDLs and you don't know where to start, or you're looking for funding, that's what I specialize in, helping you find the money, the funding, because CDLs is about $5,000 to $6,000 right now. So I help you find that, because I currently have my CDLs. I've been driving semi trucks for the last 3.5 years. I still drive trucks to this day when I'm not working in the business. So I stepped out. So I want to help individuals. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
It ain't nothing sexier than a woman that know how to drive a goddamn semi truck. That shit is so sexy to me. If we got any women CDL holders and truck drivers in the chat, please put bull dagger in the chat. I'm trying to see something. Please put bull dagger in the chat.
Oh,
y'all. Sarah, you got to show us the money, honey, because the people said that you are the plug when it comes to making some extra money in the trucking and the logistics game. Girl, we are all ears. Show us the money.
So yeah, so like I said before, you want to set up a one-on-one with me. It's normally $200. I'm gonna have it at $150 for the next 7 days for the Funky Bunch, and we literally sit on the Zoom call for an hour and 30 minutes, and we strategize. I need to know like what part of the state you in, what you want to do, how you want to do it. I game plan. I specialize in like literally setting up a game plan, especially for you, designed for you. And just a little bit about myself. About 4 years ago, my mother, she passed away. She was my best friend. We were like this, and she just randomly passed away. And still to this day, I don't know her cause of death. So I slipped into a very, very deep depression. My bite got wide. I was just like all over the place. And I moved from my hometown, from Palm Beach, Florida. So that's why I say I'm right down the street. So yeah. Yeah, so I moved here, and I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia now. And my ex at the time, he said, go get your CDL. So I was like, you know what? Not a bad idea. I couldn't find nobody to pay for them, so I had to research. So I found somebody to pay for them. They paid for them. I went to school. I passed, and I was still depressed. So I told my ex, I said, listen, I'm out. I had nowhere to go. I put all my stuff in storage. I literally got a job. I stayed in a hotel for 26 days. And I told my driver manager, I said, listen, I'm homeless. I ain't got nowhere to go. I need to live in this truck. He said, okay, cool. Funky, I ran it up for 11 months straight. I lived in my semi truck. I ran it. I'm talking about no nails, no hair, just stacking it up. In 11 months, I was able to save over $25,000. I figured out how to, fix my credit, because I researched how to fix it for free. My credit went from a 445 to damn near 700. So after those 11 months, I'm sitting in my house, by myself with my smoke detector. And I love to help people, but I told y'all, like Funky said, you got to pay me for my pain, baby. You got to pay me for my pain. So I'm no longer in that depression. I'm no longer in that space. I do little things here and there, but I love to help people. And that's why I say, like, even if you don't want to get your CDLs and you just want to get in the game, you want to figure out how to, help your husband out, your friend out in a truck industry, or you want to start your own, just schedule that one-on-one with me. And it doesn't just stop at the one-on-one. I do give a free check-in, 45 to 60 days, to see where you at, how you doing with it, what can I do better, what can I help you. And I don't charge. It's just that one-time fee. So yeah, that's a little bit about myself.
Listen, that is one hell of a story. And I can see the people in the chat just responding to it. I mean, you left out there, struck out on your own, had nowhere to sleep, slept in your car, and just got to the money. Like, you know, it's a lot of people that's going to motivate a lot of people out there, because that is what's keeping a lot of people in whatever situations they're in right now. They're scared to just step out there and do it. You know, I'm one of those people that have had to recreate myself and start over time and time again. That is very, very powerful. And ladies and gentlemen, especially my ladies out here, when we start talking about everything that's going on in the economy, at the top of the show, I did a story about there are more unemployed people than there are jobs available. One thing that is always going to be in business is the trucking business, baby. Stuff will always have to get from point A to point B. Point A to point B. Trucking is another one of those secure, it's not shutting down during COVID type of industries. And we are truly starting to see a huge uptick in women and the trucking business. So for somebody who wants to maybe not get the CDL and just get into the logistics side of things, how much time would they have to dedicate into studying and learning to get to the point where they can start earning money?
That really depends on the person. Like I said, you'll schedule it with me. You'll give me like a week or two. I'll create a plan what I think may fit what you need once you fill out the form on the website, gaskinslogistics.com. And then it's up to you. I say, hey, you need to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. If you go do it in an hour, then that it all up to you. Like, I'm in the business right now, is I'm leading you to the water, but I'm not making you drink. You gotta want to drink for yourself. And that's where I come in. And it's like, you know, that homegirl that's going, because all my friends know I'm aggravating as hell. They be like, girl, leave me alone. I don't want to talk that business. And I'm like, look, well, what's up? Let's go get some money. What y'all want to do? You know, so that's me. So if I can't create it with my peoples, I'm trying to create it with y'all, you know, like a small community. Trucking is an $800 billion industry, right? We all eat 10 times fold. Like, no matter what you're doing, from a van, box truck, you know, your own car with Amazon, you could get this money. It's all up to you. I tell people, you're literally one decision away from changing your life. If your life sucks, it's because you're one decision away from changing it. You just got to say, I got to do this shit. You got to sit down. Oh, excuse my language. You got to sit down. You got to sit down, sit still, and tunnel vision. I'm talking about 11 months. No, I ain't talking to my family. I ain't see nobody, miss Christmas, holidays, all that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's really up to you as a person.
You know what? I just want you to know, I'm finna steal your quote. If your life sucks, you're just one decision away. Would you say from making it better or from changing it? If your life sucks, you're just one decision away from changing it. And with that being said, y'all need to spend some small change with your girl. You know, guys, being able to sit down with somebody who's already went through all the pitfalls of an industry for $150 to pick their brain for a whole hour, that is truly invaluable. That's listen, you know, $150 to be able to turn that into thousands and thousands and thousands down the line. You guys be sure to check out gaskinlogistics.com. And don't forget to use promo code Funky50 for $50 off, bringing the total of the consultation to $150. Sarah, before we get out of here, are there any parting words that you want to have for the people, and let them know everywhere they can find you and your business across social media?
Yes, the only thing I want to say is you guys can find me on TikTok at Bahamian Bella _ and Instagram. The last thing I want to leave with the Funky Bunch is, you die one time. You only die one time. You get a chance to live every single day you wake up. You get a chance to live. So no excuses, no pity parties. Yeah, your mama died, your uncle died, all that stuff. But guess what? The sun gonna come up. You gotta get this money, okay? You gotta get this money. And the goal for 2026 is financial freedom. Financial freedom. The trucking industry is scheduled to go up spring of 2026. The time to get in is now. So whether you got a CDL, no CDL, but click the link, gaskinlogistics.com. You can do the inquiry for only $125. It's $175, but with the promo code is $125. That's if you want to get your CDLs. I help you navigate getting that. Or if you want to do a one-on-one, you just want to chop it up with me. We talk. We discuss, go back and forth, you know, and it's not a one-time thing. It's going to be a continuous thing. And then also in October to November, I'm going to have, like, once a month, we're going to hop on a Zoom call for 2 hours. a group Zoom call and see where everybody at. So yeah, that's what I want to leave y'all with. Okay.
I want to say something before you get out of here.
Yes.
I'm sitting here smiling because the whole while I've ever been doing this segment, you are the only person who's come on this show who had the right damn sense to use that last segment to say what you supposed to say about your damn. I sat here and said, bitch. She said, bitch, I'm finna give. She said, I know I'm finna give y'all a whole. I don't pay my money, bitch. I'm finna say everything I need to say about my business. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it looks like when you show up prepared.
I've been waiting.
When I say to y'all, all right, before you get out of here, do you have any last words? And let them know you can find. I really don't have nothing to say. Just go to the website. Y'all see how this hoe just took up my whole damn show. I'm ready to go into the story, but she had done stole her another 60 seconds. Michelle, invoice her ass, please. Invoice. She said, oh, y'all finna know everything I offer. And my cousin do hair. My uncle right there work on cars.
Period.
I got a sister that do mortgages. And I got an auntie that cook. That is how you do that.
I love you, Funky. I really do. I've been following you since middle school, baby, since my hair was laid like Nene Leaks. Yes, God. So I appreciate the opportunity. And y'all lock in. Check in with my website, and let's go. Let's get this money. Let's go.
Sarah Gaskins, everybody. Sarah, thank you so much. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Oh my God, y'all. I love good people. Sarah did that. Now watch since I said that. The girls gonna come on trying to run whole seminars at the end, and I'm gonna cut your ass off the line like the Sandman at the Apollo. Don't come on here and try to steal Sarah Gaskins swag. Don't come on with your own thing. Maybe wear a head wrap, or maybe I don't know. Come with a background, but don't come on here try to steal what Sarah did, because baby, she did that. She did that. All right, guys, moving right along. Somebody said it's because I'm high. Yeah, I am. I'm high a little bit. This is a very interesting story, and this man is going to hell. But a man is arrested for training his dog how to throw bricks at people when the doorbell rang. Look at these pictures, y'all. Oh, I don't think this is true. Now that I looked at the story, it was an ad for a law firm. Never mind, but it is funny. If it would have been true, it would have been very funny. That is hilarious. Somebody said, what in the AI hell? AI should be illegal. That's another thing we need to talk about. Only people who have licenses and work in professional industry should be able to use AI, because AI is too good at putting out misinformation. Now I'm supposed to be here like, where am I going? You know what it was? I couldn't see because I didn't have my Don Lemon glasses on. See, I'm more professional and the show run better. But I'm finna be real professional for this last part because I got my professional glasses on. This for all my Houston's people. So James Harden's Houston restaurant has been locked out over $2.2 million in unpaid rent. How many of my Houston people have ever even been to James Harden's restaurant? Put me in the chat. Let's start right there. I'm trying to see how many people out there in Houston have been to James Harden's restaurant. Put me. Okay, probably a couple of people in the chat say me. Well, the famed establishment owned by NBA star James Harden has been locked out after it allegedly failed to pay more than $2.2 million behind on its rent at Space 1911 Bagby Street. A notice posted on the door states that access will only be restored once the balance is paid. Despite the lockout, the restaurant's social media remains active and is still accepting reservations via Open Table. suggesting there may be plans to resolve the issue quickly. 13 originally opened in 2021, shortly after Harden's trade from Houston, offering diners a Southern-inspired menu. He has yet to address the allegations. You know, restaurants are one of the hardest businesses people could ever open. I think the failure rate is something like most restaurants fail within the first year. And if you can make it to year 3, you're going to make it. How many restaurateurs and restaurant owners do we have in the chat? Put food in the chat if you own a restaurant or you're a restaurateur. Please put, or a food truck, put food in the chat. I know from my homegirl Pretty Place that being a restaurant owner is not an easy business, and especially when you are not there to work your shit. Shout out to my homegirl Keisha Madden at the Cirque Daiquiri Bar and Grill, Blue Seafood, and the Daiquiri Bar, the Daiquiri Factory. Keisha always says you have to be there or them people will rob you blind, and that you have to be at your business every day for them first 3 years. And James Harden, I don't know if they're just using your name or if this was something you open up and Papa, you got to be there to run your business. $2.2 million in unpaid rent suggests shy ass ain't never paid rent from the time y'all moved in. And the people want to know what all the hell going on down to the restaurant. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 8:59, and I am definitely going to get off the line because I am feeling good and I'm feeling great just in time for dinner. Nevertheless, I enjoyed y'all. Thank y'all for working with me through all these technical difficulties as I began to figure out studio. Again, the only way to do it was to do it, and y'all work with me. About another week or two, we're going to have it all going on. Don't forget, guys, if you want to get some of this money in the logistics and the trucking game, go to gaskinslogistics.com and use promo code Funky50 to get $50 off, y'all. There's a lot of money in that trucking. Y'all better go and get y'all some. Bye.